I figure for our intro we can be a little shorter just.
Have some.
Det är det enda ni gör på dagarna. Ni sitter där vid en tril och spelar Dota.
Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota. I hear you man. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota. I feel you man. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och pushar på och smeker med motståndet vi leker. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och springer runt och creepar och motståndet vi slipar. Let's get it on. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och pushar på och smeker med motståndet vi leker. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och springer runt och creepar och motståndet vi slipar. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och pushar på och smeker med motståndet vi leker. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och springer runt och creepar och motståndet vi slipar.
Have one on the house.
Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota.
I hear you man.
Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota.
I feel you man.
Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota.
That's more like it.
Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota.
Excellent choice.
Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och pushar på och smeker med motståndet vi leker. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och springer runt och creepar och motståndet vi slipar.
Let's get it on.
Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och pushar på och smeker med motståndet vi leker. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och springer runt och creepar och motståndet vi slipar. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och pushar på och smeker med motståndet vi leker. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och springer runt och creepar och motståndet vi slipar.
Welcome to the Minted Music Report. Welcome back. Right, we're back. I didn't expect we'd be back. We're back. This is our second experience of the Minted Music Report, experimenting with decentralized voting and letting everybody decide and curate together what we think is the coolest music in the Web3 space. So thanks for joining us. I'm currently joined by some familiar faces. We have, to my left, Frankie Styles himself, still Grammy nominated and award winning, I believe. That will be the same, yes. And again, to my left, the one and only YUNICE. No introduction really needed there, I don't think. Multi-platinum. She's huge, and you all know who she is. To my right, we have a newcomer to the Minted Music Report, but probably not a non-familiar face, everybody. Max Pretends, everybody. What up? Yes, and of course, the co-initiator of the Seker DAO, Tiffany, right over here to the far right.
Hello.
So, yeah, thanks for joining us again. And we have a new lineup of songs that everybody voted on. You out there decided what was going to be this top 10 list, and we appreciate all of the votes. It was, I know, a hard thing to do. Voting is difficult and not fun, and nobody likes to do it, but I appreciate it, so thank you. It's important. You're doing your civic duty to represent what the people want in culture and music, so it is honestly greatly appreciated. We love all of the voters. Thank you.
I will say, on the topic of voting, we actually got a lot of new voters this time.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting.
Voting is on the up. It's
The voting is on the up. But it's been really great seeing everybody come in and share, cast their votes, and this is what the show's about. We want to hear your guys' opinion. It's not just our choice or our curation. We want this to be as inclusive as possible. So hoping to see more voters come in for the following episodes. Should we just jump right into it then? Not hold the audience hostage unless.
I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
all right.
Oh, we have UNICE announced.
Are we ready for number 10?
Yes. Would you like to introduce?
Please. Number 10 this week is Bad by Suave. Woo!
Could've told you from the start I couldn't change though we fell apart. But your body was a work of art, laid out on the canvas. Many nights I've spent alone, trying hard to let it go. But who am I to kid myself? I'm drawn to you, it's madness. Trying to read between the lines, I'm a sinner when I come alive. You're the muse to my own demise. I can't help that I love it. No, this ain't just some kiss and tell, but your lips just seem to read me well. You're an angel girl, but this is hell. I know it's bad, but I want it. Truth be told, I'd never try hurting you, but sacrificing what I know to live this life. I wanna be bad, bad girl. I wanna be bad, 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 bad girl. I'll never be giving it up. This feeling that I've been feeding up, I can't get enough. I'm over the feeling, I'm trying to believe I can cover it up. So maybe this once, I'm bad and I love it. Wanna be bad out in public. Fuck it, I know that I want this. I'm telling you girl, I don't care about alone it. You're driving me crazy, I wanna control it. And part of me knows that I'm lost in the moment. I'm drawn to you darling, I know that it's hopeless. That I feel this way for you, breaking down my point of view. And it's not fair, I've gotta choose. I wanna be bad, bad girl. Though I've felt this all before, you still tempt me evermore. And it's more clear now than before. I wanna be bad, bad girl. I wanna be bad, 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 bad girl. I wanna be bad, 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 bad girl. 'Cause I know that I'm ready to carry on. Believe me, I'm sorry that I know that I'll lead you on. And even in this moment, you know it's wrong. But there's a part of you that's ready to play along. Now I feel this way for you, breaking down my point of view. And it's not fair, I've gotta choose. I wanna be bad, bad girl. Though I've felt this all before, you still tempt me evermore. And it's more clear now than before. I wanna be bad, bad girl.
Bad girl.
Yeah! That was Bad by Suave. Suave is unfortunately temporarily held up working 5 jobs, but he will be coming on later. We will have an interview with him. He's jumping into the Discord a little bit later. I'm a big fan of the song. I'm a big fan of him as a producer. I think melodically, vocally, he's got it. Like he rides the wave of his productions pretty magically. So yeah.
Couldn't agree more. It was a great song. Thank you for that. And am I correct that he might be joining us later? So, yes, via the internet, so not in person in Los Angeles, but we appreciate everybody on the interwebs, and come join us if you are a nominated artist or if you're in the top 10. We might even just do some, I don't know, some weird stuff in the future where we bring in fans, or we can do anything. The internet is our playground, so let's try that in the future maybe.
Did you just say we're having an MMR award show?
Ooh. No, I didn't hear that part.
Tuxedo shirts.
Tuxedo shirt. I think we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Amazing. I mean, the idea too is in the future, whenever, because we do plan on doing this pretty consistently. As of right now, it's once a month. If you are actually in LA and want to come to the actual live location, we have plenty of space back here. Eventually, we would love to do this in front of a live crowd. So all the stuff in the makings. But that was an awesome song, coming in hot at number 10. And I think we can move on to number 9. Number 9. Who is number 9? That is not number 9. Number 9 is the one and only Rae Isla with Garner. Woo!
I don't wanna be a gardener. I don't wanna be the reason we're alive. If we have to go a few days without water, I don't wanna wake to see that we have died. I just wanna love you, not have to try. Red was the color that I left you when I had to travel home. I never imagined what that might do to everything we had grown. But how not have to try.
That was Rae Isla or Isla.
And we're having the gardener once more.
Come back around.
Come back around. Take
Congratulations,
two.
at number 9 was Rae Isla. And I've gotten the pleasure to meet her, and she's such a sweet person. I really admire her craft and her guitar playing skills. Her singing skills is immaculate. And moving on, shall we?
Yeah, we're crying over here.
We'll give us a moment of silence to suck up those tears. Okay.
But Rae, I think I think one thing that we have to say about Rae is that like the time that she takes to make her albums and to make her music is always worth it, because we wait so long for her music to come out, but honestly, like the music that she comes out with every single time that I hear the song, for example, especially when she plays it live, fucking tears right away. It's really unbelievable. And I was fortunate enough to see her sing this with TK in Mexico, and it was insane. Like, honestly, probably one of the most magical moments. I'll never forget it. So yeah.
Well, next time I need to cry. I know which songs to put on.
I put myself together a little bit. It was a beautiful moment, but I think we're ready to move on.
Okay. Frankie, would you like to announce the next one?
So with number 8, we have Violetta Zironi with Moonshot.
I would cross the universe and circle around the sun to find that little part of my heart I've never known. And I would give up everything, I would defy gravity, 'cause something's out there telling me I am not alone. And I would travel far and wide to reach my destination, fly among the stardust, realigning constellations. So fire up my rocket ship, I'm ready to risk it all, 'cause you and me are meant to be the moonshot of the moon. Watching out the window as the planets pass me by, sending out a signal, awaiting your reply. I'm not afraid of loneliness, but you're the only thing I miss. So if you're there in the abyss, send me back a sign, and I would travel far and wide to reach my destination, fly among the stardust, realigning constellations. So fire up my rocket ship, I'm ready to risk it all, 'cause you and me are meant to be the moonshot of them all. I would travel far and wide to reach my destination, fly among the stardust, 'cause I know that you'll be waiting. So fire up my rocket ship, I'm ready to risk it all, 'cause you and me are meant to be the moonshot. Yeah, you and me are meant to be the moonshot, 'cause you and me just might be the moonshot.
All right, Violetta. Moonshotting. Violetta, yes, Violetta. Moonshotting to the moon. And of course, as always, go to your favorite, place to buy these things. Go to OpenSea. Go to Sound. Go to Zora. Go to Descent. Go straight to the artist. I'm missing one. Do you know which one I'm missing?
Oh, yeah.
I know I'm missing a few. I'm not going to say the one that has to do with sailing ships and stuff like that. We all know about that one. Waves, oceans. Anyway. That was, again, another beautiful song. And thank you for submitting that, whoever nominated Violetta and everybody that voted for it. And anybody have anything else to say about Violetta's song? Anybody that has anything important to say about it? Not important, but no.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, her voice is incredible. Like, every time even like live, I've listened to her, and I'm just like, insane talent. And also just like insane and incredible person in general. And then I think her dad made the cover art, the whole art pieces for the entire collection, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I think you're right.
And so yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's all. And if you have time, you guys should go check out the video that she just released of the making of this record, and it's insane. It's a full string piece of orchestra, and it's just goes crazy. It's beautiful. You guys should go watch it. Find it on her page on Twitter at Violetta Zironi. There we go. I think, yeah. All right, moving on. Who do we have next? We have Maxwell Aden with Care No More.
She got in my favor. She wants it all, won't save it for later. Oh, I wanna flex, I wanna save her. Ooh, please do not judge human nature. Let's drink this poison for pleasure and live life with no measure. This won't last forever. So never say never, 'cause we don't need to care no more. Need to care no more. We don't need to care no more. Need to care no more. We don't need to care no more. Need to care no more. We don't need to care no more. Need to care no more. Out in the moment, lost in my ocean. Just let it go with the motion. Oh, don't lie, it felt so good. Treasures of pure emotion. Let's drink this poison for pleasure and live life with no measure. This won't last forever. So never say never, 'cause we don't need to care no more. Need to care no more. We don't need to care no more. Need to care no more. We don't need to care no more. Need to care no more. We don't need to care no more. Need to care no more. Need to care no more. We don't need to care no more. Need to care no more. Drink this poison for pleasure and live life with no measure. This won't last forever. So never say never, 'cause we
And that is coming in at number 7, Maxwell Aden with Care No More. So I thought it was kind of cool that this was we didn't have any music videos on our top 10 this time, but we did get a cool little visualizer. So if you guys were watching, I thought that was a cool little addition to it. But awesome song. Maxwell Aden, unfortunately, we couldn't get him on a call today, but go ahead and follow him on Twitter at I am Maxwell Aden to see what he's up to. And coming up next.
Yeah, this next one I am particularly excited for. It's one that I voted for. I voted for, I think, 2 of the songs on this list. And this is one of the 2. And this one is, to put it bluntly, a banger, right? So this one is a fucking banger. It's the only goddamn banger on our list. And it excites me. It excites me to have a banger in the top 10, okay?
Bias.
I'd love to have more bangers. So coming in at number 6 on our list is none other than Frankie fucking Styles with Prime. You want to say anything about this?
The show is not rigged.
So this song is inspired by a song called Earth Melodies by, I want to say her name is Ekaterina. I don't know how to say her last name either, but I saw it on like one of the talent shows, and I was just like, dang, that's a beautiful voice and just how she did everything. And I was just like, okay, I kind of want to make my own kind of rendition of that. And so I went to work and made this song, Prime, kind of called Prime because it sounds primal. So yeah, there's that.
Nice. Let's get into it. Yeah,
Awesome.
Okay.
Let's go. Woo!
Frankie Styles.
Yeah.
What a banger! What a banger! That was just crazy. That was incredible. That was really crazy. Seriously, Frankie, that's amazing. You're so talented. I hope that you know that. Do you know that? I can't say it. But you know that you're talented? Okay, good. As long as he knows, that's the most important. Anybody want to say something about Frankie Styles and his music? Anyone? Speak now or forever, please.
I'm just saying thank you. Now that I have
in the microphone.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, nice.
I have
okay,
to be
cool.
respectful so that everyone can hear me, you know.
So people think you're nice.
Yeah, so they think.
Got it.
Nice,
Cool.
That's all.
Okay, very nice. Okay, guys, that was Frankie Styles. Go check out all of his music, because honestly, like, this is just one of a million crazy fucking songs that he has. Sorry for cursing. Up next, we have brains, wisdom, and talent all in one. Who could that be? Our very own.
No idea. Could you possibly enlighten us a little? I mean, just tell me like a hint of who it might be.
Okay. I will just let you know. When you go ski,
No.
how do you feel?
Hot. No, cold.
All right, and that introduces our very own YUNICE. YUNICE! All right, and that YUNICE, want to tell us a little bit more about the song before we play it?
Do you want to announce a song for me, please?
The song, sorry,
do
okay.
it.
So the hot and cold thing, the song is called Snow, okay? It is my favorite track of YUNICE. It is the one that gets me up. It is the one that gets me going. It's the one that makes me do a lot of other things that I won't mention on here. But YUNICE, please tell us more about the song and how it came to you.
And quickly, just this is my favorite song by you. Like this one I think is the most like emotional, kind of hits the core of my feels out of all your tracks. I really like this one.
Thank you, Nathan. I'm really happy to get such like a passionate response to Snow. It's also one of my favorite songs that I've ever written, if I have to say so myself. It definitely went through some hard times and heartbreaks, and that's how Snow came about. If you're wondering what Snow I was referencing, it's somewhere in upstate New York where I remember the sky and the snow blending in together, and it's the same shade of light blue, and that's where I got the inspiration to write Snow.
Very awesome. Yeah. And, let's get into it because it's a beautiful song. I'm excited to always hear it. I get it stuck in my head sometimes, honestly.
Aww.
Yeah. Let's do it.
In the words I've spoken in a lifetime ago, when the snow falls slowly in the road, when your fingers fall upon my face, and when my smile melts slow, 'cause when your love comes calling, I will go. But in your bed I sleep alone. In your bed I dream alone. In your bed I cry alone. But all this time I dreamed alone.
Yo, thank you guys again for voting for Snow. Appreciate it.
Postal service vibe too. I think that's why I like it.
I love Postal Service, so that's probably. I'd like to thank the producer of the song too, Jordan Yeager, and also just keep a lookout for new songs. I'm minting on SoundXYZ right now, so check it out.
What's the song that you're minting?
Right now, Details is minting, so go check it out. It's my first alternative rock song on there, and yeah. Fire.
A one-of-one artist, people.
Okay, we're ready for the next one.
Amazing. And up next, we have Emma Miller.
And
Do we interview first?
Yes.
Emma, are you here?
We're gonna hop onto a Discord call.
Emma.
Lucky enough to have them live.
Are we putting video? Emma?
Is our mic unmuted?
Oh,
In Discord?
in Discord.
Oh. Guys, remember that patience is a virtue. And whatever happens
No, you're good.
was... Yeah?
This is exactly. So this is all done live, and anything can happen live, including that. I would do this so much harder if I wasn't worried about Coop's TOS in the future.
Oh, Emma's... Okay. Emma, can you hear me? If you can hear me, unmute yourself.
I think I can hear you. It's pretty broken up.
Emma, I can hear you.
hi, Emma.
Can you hear me? Emma, can you hear me? All right, guys, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Yeah, I think we might just go straight to the song and then we will jump into the interview.
The song is
Right?
called Meet Me on the Lake, number 4 this week.
Here we go. Meet Me on the Lake by Emma Miller.
Meet me on the lake. Meet me in dark places. Meet me like the wind meets the rain. Meet me on the lake. Meet me in the night sky.
Can you guys hear me?
I'll take the train. Meet me on the lake.
Yeah.
Meet me when I'm crying out. Meet me, oh just darling. Take me away. For it's you I'm dreaming of. And I know you're the one giving me the strength to move on. Meet me on the lake. Meet me on the lake. On the lake. For it's you I'm dreaming of. 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 For it's you, for it's you I'm dreaming of, dreaming of.
All right, that was Emma Miller. Guys, if you guys don't know Emma Miller, she is just an insane talent. I think the first time I heard her, I was actually the first time I was in Rae Isla's space. She performed live, and it was just her piano. It was like probably her 5th time in the space, just coming up and playing a song, and she played downstairs, and I was just mind blown, honestly, because her melodies are amazing. So, yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, she also has a collection that's going on. She's going to tell us more about it, which is a collection right now called Artifacts that is currently still minting, and it's a beautiful, beautiful collection. The pieces are amazing. I minted 3 myself. Guilty. Yeah, that's Emma.
Awesome. Yeah, and I think it's always good to like kind of mention who we mint to, so it doesn't seem like we're behind the scenes shilling something. It's good to let everybody know. I think I've personally minted yours and YUNICE's and Frankie's, but yeah, it's actually hard. I've probably minted a lot of these. So the Discord, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. Do we want to try it one more time, or are we going to do?
Can you hear us?
Are we there? I'm sorry.
Is it that mic? Hey, it's that mic.
Oh, it's working now?
Oh.
It's the front mic.
Oh.
Max, go over there.
Emma, can you?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, of course.
Yay! Okay, we're good, we're good.
How you doing?
I am doing pretty good. I'm in Nashville just now, here until May the 8th, so it's good.
Nice. Yeah, I was actually thinking of coming, but it might be a little bit of a trek. So we just played your song. You want to tell us a little bit about how you made this song and what the process was behind it? And yeah, I guess like any inspiration that came to you when it came to either the production or the songwriting. Yeah, give us a little bit of in-depth, yeah, about you and the song.
For sure. So actually, you picked a good one for just my Web3 journey, because Meet Me on the Lake was a song that I made just when I decided to go full-time into Web3 and making music NFTs, and had all of this time to make a song specifically for my Genesis drop. The thing that I've not really spoken is name, because it's kind of a personal story to them, their mother, and their grieving process.
Emma, you're cutting in and out. Do you have a? Is it on your side, you think, or I don't really know what's happening, but I can hear like five words and then it cuts off.
Man, Max, I did not know you were part of this. What the hell?
This is my surprise to you, because I can't come see you because you live too far. So this is the only way that I get to communicate with you.
I love how much I know your voice that I'm just like, this is Max Burnett. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, actually, I can hear you better right now. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I don't know where I cut off, but I was basically saying the inspiration for the song was another artist that I'm a big fan of. And they'd lost their mother, and they had this comment on their social media on like an Instagram post saying, like basically referencing a lake and talking about this place that they would have this memory with their loved one at. And so that's kind of the song. Like I don't believe in saying too much about the meaning behind the music, because I think every time you listen to a song, you add your own meaning to it. But yeah, that is kind of a song about like a familial relationship and about the grieving process to a certain extent. But I don't know if people would necessarily get that from a first listen. But that's the inspiration, and it came about as wanting to write a song specifically for my Genesis release. It only went out to 10 collectors, and thankfully everybody was really on board with me also releasing it onto streaming. So that was the next thing. It went out as a single onto the traditional platforms as well, which was cool.
That's awesome. And actually, speaking of, since you are talking about your Genesis release, how is that going? How is the process of making that? Like, was it stressful? Because I know it takes a shit ton of time, and I know that obviously a lot goes behind it. So tell me how you feel now. Now that I know that a lot have been minted, and I mean rightfully so. But tell me a little bit about what's going on in your mind and with the collection right now.
Cool. So for my current collection, that is my 5th collection in the space. Sorry if there's some background noise just now. I am with Violetta, Zironi, and Josh Savage. We're having a Friday night in Nashville.
Oh my God, are you guys at a bar?
I don't want to be unprofessional and say that I'm at a bar.
How many beers in are we talking here, Emma?
Oh no, I'm good. I've currently got my first drink in my hand. I'm semi-professional in that sense.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, that's why I was frantically messaging Frank, being like, do I need to perform? Do I need to have an instrument? Because like, I'm currently at a bar. But hush, nobody needs to know that part. But yeah, this release that I'm currently minting is my 5th drop in the space. I've got 4 previously sold out drops behind me, a couple of drops in sound.xyz, and another 2 like private contracts. But Artifacts is a private smart contract that I built with my dev, Robin, who's a fantastic dev to a lot of music NFT projects in the space. And even the thoughts on that within the last few months, like a few months ago, I was aiming for 555 as my collection. I thought I'll do this kind of larger boutique style entrance into the space, kind of having a fundamental foundation project to build from actually. But even in that time, even through Christmas and into the beginning of the year, it just like I was getting some momentum behind me, and I wanted to aim for something that would also provide collectors with a little bit more to work with in terms of trading, because I've embraced that concept. I'm almost kind of slightly pulling from the PFP culture, but this is very, very much a music NFT project. So yeah, I've got a 1,000 piece project out on the go. We minted 65% odd within 24 hours, 650 odd NFTs, which blew my mind and massively surpassed my initial 555, which I thought was going to be ambitious. And yeah, I'm sat on 728 mints just now, hoping to working our way towards minting out. But the nice thing about being a music NFT project is I'm fully doxed. I've got like about 10 years behind me from working in the music industry and being an independent artist. So it feels like collectors of these kind of drops are truly in it for the long haul, are massively bullish, to pull our Web3 term, on the artist. And so it's been a real joy, actually. Like, we did our first reveal last Friday. And as Max knows, I've built moths. My mother's a painter. She painted 10 black and white moths, and I've built a collection around these 10 species of moths that kind of represent the music. And there's an element of darkness there in the songs because I was in that time of deep existential crisis, wondering what to do with my life, wondering whether to do music. And yeah, it's kind of ironic and poetic in a sense that the songs have found their place on the blockchain. They're exclusive to the blockchain right now. And yeah, there's artifacts currently minting on emmamiller.xyz if anybody's wanting to go and take a look. 5 original songs over there, and you can listen for free on good old OpenSea as well. So if people want to, I think as artists we just want people to reach our music, and that's another part of it. So the music isn't token gated, you can listen. So yeah.
Honestly, I think it's more poetic than anything, because if you didn't find yourself in Web3, I don't know if I would have listened to your music, and I think that I'm better off listening to your music. So that's one. And two, I want everybody to listen to your music as much as possible, because I remember minting a couple of your singles, the first drops that you had on koop.xyz, and really your music is just absolutely beautiful. So Emma, thank you for taking the time. I'm here with Sammy and Violetta. Go have fun. But seriously, thank you for telling us a little bit about the story and everything behind it. Yeah, and even gave me a little bit more of insight. So thanks, really.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. I'm excited to have got some votes and be in the mix. And yeah, much love, Max.
Woo! Okay, have fun. Bye, Emma.
Awesome. Thank you again to Emma for hopping on. I will say that I think the interviews with the artists and getting to know the backstory, what they're up to, is probably my favorite part about doing this whole show. I think
that's something that's missing from music. You know,
yeah, getting the whole backstory.
You get it in traditional fine arts all the time, but you know, we don't get to hear it so much from the music side of the world, and I think that's a really important aspect. It's you know, it's an art form that maybe even speaks more volume than paint on canvas in some regards.
Yeah, I think music in itself, as an industry, as an art form, really, I think hits people more deeply, more widely than a lot of, you know, visual art does. And like what Nathan was saying, we don't get enough of the backstory. I think so much of what actually goes into the music, other than feeling good, is the message, it's the inspiration, all that. So really super grateful to all the artists who make time in their busy schedule to come in and chat with us, and I swear we'll give you guys a lot more lead time in the future. Thank you guys for being such great sports, and you know, entertaining the fans, entertaining us. But yeah, let's move on along.
Yeah, I think this next one is, I'm gonna put out a little hint. It's
a super big name.
That's
what I'm gonna give as the hint.
A Kid Called Beast. A Kid Called Beast Cowboy, I believe. And that's
Ooh,
I'll leave it at that, and everybody else can do the rest.
We want to see you pronounce his name.
Okay.
So the next one on the list,
Sammy
number 3.
Ariana Grande.
Sammy Ariana Grande. No. Number 3 is Sammy Arriaga.
That's what I said.
Music City. Yes.
Sammy Ariana Grande.
With Music City.
Woo, Music City.
Woo.
Take me down to Music City, where the country girls looking so damn pretty, and the bands are playing till the AM with me. Hurry up and gas up the truck, man, for work. Punch that clock so hard I done broke it. Got my check and I'm ready to blow it. I'm craving neon lights and a 4-day holiday. Getting the hell out of this 2-lane town. It ain't my birthday, but I like all that sounds. Call up the fellas, cause we on our way out. Throw on an OD, light up a roadie. Take me down to Music City, where the country girls looking so damn pretty, and the bands are playing till the AM with me. Hurry up and gas up the truck, and take me down to Music City, where the country girls ain't afraid to get gritty, where they drop a
crash some bachelorettes, see how trash we get. Promise we'll forget everything, but I don't care, cause we're doing it all again. Don't wanna go back to my two-lane town. It ain't my birthday, but they buying me rounds. Even if mama gon' be checking me out. Whiskey and soda, play me an oldie. Take me down to Music City, where the country girls looking so damn pretty, and the bands are playing to the AM with me. Hurry up and gas up the truck and take me down to Music City, where the country girls ain't afraid to get gritty, where they drop a pin for some Tennessee whiskey. Hurry up and gas up the truck. No, I ain't going back home. 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 Take me down to Music City, where the country girls looking so damn pretty, and the bands are playing to the AM with me. Hurry up and gas up the truck.
That was number 3, Music City by Sammy Arriaga. I actually minted that one. Congratulations. Yeah. So what's next, guys?
Well,
Do we have the interview? Do we have
number 2?
We're
we
ready
do
for
have
number
an interview,
2.
and she will be coming on stage with us. So
Yes.
how is that possible?
By the magic of television live streaming Web
Yeah.
3.
Yes, we downloaded her.
We hacked the blockchain, guys.
Yeah, we hacked the blockchain.
We have the artist herself.
Are you stopping? Can you fuck off?
Please, please, please. You're
off the
blocking the
camera.
light.
Get off.
Can we have a warm welcome for
our
LosA?
number 2? Here. Yes, the seat is open.
LosA.
So coming in hot at number 2 is LosA.
Thank you.
In collaboration with Minedroid. And the song is called Want You.
Yeah.
Big round of applause for her.
Hope you like it.
Thank you for coming in person.
Yeah, I do live in LA, so it's just a hop and a
Yeah,
skip.
it was
down.
a short download. Got it.
Let's get into it. Want you.
Yeah, you want to tell us a little bit about your first NFT drop, correct?
Yeah, this is my Genesis drop, and it's a collaboration with a producer I met on the internet. And this is like the coolest thing. I think all music I've made is through internet meeting friends.
Awesome.
And what to say? I don't know.
What was the process like?
Yeah, the process.
Did you have the lyrics first, the song first, an idea first, or did he start off with the tune?
Yeah, so
I'm talking like I understand
Oh,
the music
yeah,
process.
yeah.
I don't.
I feel like it's always different. Like there's never one way. They sent me the track, and I was like, okay, I think I can come up with some stuff, and I have some like writing material I could do, and then I just like recorded that and sent it back, and they were like, this is the track.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah.
Were you already wanting to drop an NFT? And or were you kind of just feeling it out, like if the right combination comes up, then it was gonna happen, or was that already in your timeline?
Yeah, it was definitely something I've been wanting to do, and like I think this was an opportunity to do it sooner than I wanted, which is awesome, because I've been part of like the Song Camp community, which is I don't think they're like technically a DAO, but like just
They might as well be.
They might as well be, yeah. And like I've been with them since I guess it's like a year now, which is crazy. But I was involved in the Chaos Project as a podcast producer. So I was just talking to all the artists, like interviewing them, like hearing the story and telling the story. And I was just so inspired, and I don't know, it's
You're
been
like,
such
let me
a,
get at it.
Yeah, and it's been such a supportive community for me to like also be recognized as an artist too. And now I'm like, cool, I did it. Now I do it.
Yeah.
Now
I'm one of
more to
them.
come. So yeah, thanks for listening and
I
voting
think
and stuff.
anybody who's seen any of our shows or any of our collaborations and all that, and whenever we talk, I think everybody knows how much we love the song community. You guys are just such happy souls. Oh my God, so wholesome and so happy and so talented too. And there's just so many of you guys. So
It's a lot.
it just never stops. I keep meeting new song camp people. I swear. No, it's a great thing. Actually, I really wanted to ask you about the podcast project because I remember hearing about this on a song camp call, but that's podcasts are a up and coming thing in Web3, and there's a lot of really great talks and programming in this field. So I want to hear a little bit about what you're doing with the podcast.
Yeah, we have one more episode coming out, so 8 episodes. But it's called Chaos Radio, and we were telling the story of last year we had the songwriting camp where we had like 77 people collaborate to make 45 songs and drop it as like packs of songs, and it was like pretty crazy release. And yeah, I was on the team telling the story, but it's also a great place to like introduce people to Web3, I think, because we're kind of like, so in the first episode's like, what's an NFT? What are we doing? And
Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah. I don't know. I was like, it's like a record, like a.
What is life?
I don't know. That was that was like, I guess like I'm one of the narrators. So that was kind of like my like characters. Like, oh, can you explain this to me? Like, what is a liquid split?
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I learned.
Sounds
I
hot.
know. Right? Exactly.
That's such a YUNICE comment. That's really cool. So how often do you drop, and where can we find the episodes and stuff?
It's everywhere you
Oh, it's
listen
everywhere.
to podcasts. Like
Oh,
Apple,
okay.
Spotify, everywhere.
Great, cool.
And we have one more episode coming out, which just kind of concludes. It was specifically focused on the Chaos Project. So yeah, we had our pack burn at NFT NYC.
I remember the burn.
Yeah, you were there.
Yes, I was there. I think I was there. I was.
Oh yeah, there was
deep in there.
yeah, I remember.
I mean, the party was. Well, do you want to explain the whole burn a little bit? Put you on the spot representing song camp.
Yeah, I know. I was like, all right, well, this is my job? Question mark. So we had, I think, we had like 5,000 packs to mint, and we reached like almost halfway. So then we like collectively decided to burn the rest so that there's no more to collect, and it's all like, as if you have one, you have one, or you can get a secondary one on the sea of open.
The sea of openness.
Like the ship?
On the ship. On the ship. Very cool. Arriaga. No, that's awesome. I just want to say, having been to Burning Man, the NFT NYC Chaos event felt very much like a Burning Man event. It was a digital Burning Man. There was like visuals and the packs burning. It was like a big like visual and audio buildup. Also, Karma Violetta killed.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyways.
World. I know, right? They just
whisk you away. I think I did.
They just whisk you away.
Yeah, for sure. So what's next?
What's next? This was a collaboration song, and I'd love to do more collaboration songs. And then I'm working on my first EP, which I hope to take to Web2 and Web3. And thank you. Yeah.
When I'm gonna push you for a timeline. When release date?
I'm hoping.
What's the pipeline?
I'm hoping like by the end of the summer. So I need to get to work.
Oh, okay.
Like, shit. But yeah. Anyway.
Very nice. I have a question for you. You seem to be very relaxed. My first collection, I was shitting my pants, and I almost quit Twitter. So I want to ask, what keeps you so relaxed? And if it's drugs, don't say it. But also just wink. You know, it's really fine. Right.
I don't know. I feel like when I'm put on the spot, I'll forget everything I said after I say it.
That's a blessing.
Yes, that's why I'm just like, I'm relaxed. I'm like, no, I'm just hiding the panic deep inside. Just kidding.
I mean, that sounds relatively healthy and productive.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Shout out to you guys, and just like, I don't know. Again, like I feel like I'm such a, I guess I'm not a newcomer anymore, but just like it's been a year of like meeting. Like I'm like, what even? What is?
What even?
What?
What even? Anything.
Every day I'm like, what? But it's more like the people I've been meeting and like the cool like ideas people have has just been like, cool, of course, yeah. So it's like, yeah.
I can relate to that. You know, like no matter how long, I feel like this is sort of a mentality in Web3 too. This ecosystem is changing all the time. The industry is changing all the time. People are so creative and so ambitious, and all the creativity is just flowing like crazy. Like you do kind of still feel like a newcomer every time you try to put yourself out there. So
every day
I can definitely relate that. Yeah.
Every day I hit refresh on Twitter, I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
I don't even know anymore. What even? That has to be a shirt, for sure. But I think we should play your song.
Okay, yay.
So this is coming in at number 2 with LosA, featuring Minedroid, called Want You.
Yay.
I don't need you, baby, but you keep coming my way like you crazy. I don't even wanna give into your games, but you got a head start and I'm stuck here like, baby, in a different life, in a different time zone. We could race to the bottom, we could find it on our own. Oh, yeah. Is this the right way, the wrong way? We chase the hype, this kind of life, I'm terrified. I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't, but I want you. I don't need you, baby. Is this what you wanted to come and save me? Now you crossing my mind and I can't get enough. No, maybe in a different life, in a different time zone, we could race to the bottom. We could find it on our own. Oh, yeah. Is this the right way, the wrong way? We chase the hype, this kind of life, I'm terrified. I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't, but I want you.
And again, that is coming in at number 2 with LosA and Minedroid.
Great
and the
job,
song
LosA.
is called Want You. Thank you, LosA.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Woo! And moving to the much anticipated number 1 spot.
I think the next one is a hot topic right now too.
It is a hot topic.
I mean,
It's
everybody's
always been a
talking
hot
about two
topic.
things in the world. It's either blockchains or artificial intelligence. This one so happens to potentially combine both.
Maybe.
I think it's like the mystery is what keeps
I
me.
think we should ask
Right?
the creator of the song. But coming at number 1 is Kirk DeSoto's Shirley Lowe.
And we're going
we
to-
have
yeah.
him.
We have
No-
the AI himself. I'm
no,
sorry, Kirk. You're not.
We don't have Shirley Lowe.
I can't.
on
I don't know
the
if you're an
call.
AI or not, but you.
Kirk is very much a real person.
Can you do a Turing? Can you do a Turing test for us?
Kirk,
can you hear us?
hear us?
I think it's my
I
mic.
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, you sound great.
My boy, what's up? It's Max. Oh, can you hear me?
Hey, Max.
What's up, buddy? Good to hear from you, man. So you're number 1.
Let's go.
But seriously, oh wait, I can't. And you have the Shirley Lowe picture on your Discord.
I felt it appropriate, you know?
Yeah, I mean it is very appropriate. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am gonna, for people that don't know, let's say what inspired the song and what went behind the song, can you please explain to the viewers what went behind writing the song and what is the theme? What is going on?
Yeah, so it was pretty wild. Like, for some people that know kind of my story, I was grinding in music and during Web 1, and I kind of stopped doing music kind of when Web 2 started becoming really a thing. And then, yeah, I just completely quit. So I was out of music for basically a decade. And it was actually Web 3 music that brought me back in. So it's kind of crazy. And of course, you know, I'm like hanging out in all these spaces. And at the time, especially the music spaces, there's this PFP that always popped up, you know, in every space. And then I noticed like I'd be in one space and this PFP would be there, right, staring up at me. And then I'd jump out of that one and I'd go to another space and there it is again. You know, I'm like, what? I just saw her in the other space. This is so weird. So, you know, we kind of, you know, there's a lot of speculation and lore around who or what Shirley Lowe is. But yeah, that's the song, Shirley Lowe, and kind of a love song for Shirley Lowe.
It's a love song to Shirley Lowe, and I think subliminally a love song to Web3, which is really, really beautiful in a sense. But yeah, that's great, man. That's great. And so Shirley Lowe, I mean, yes, everybody knows who she is, and obviously, like, everybody has been in a space or multiple ones with her PFP that has surrounded us, and also got blocked, and then came back, and it was a hot topic for a very, very long time. So, do you have any insight on who she is personally? And do you actually know something about her that we don't, and this is why you wrote this song, or not at all?
Yeah, so it's interesting. I started doing some deep dives and discovered she's actually a real person. And she's like into music. She plays piano.
Wait. This is not. Wait, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, this is true. A lot of people don't know this. And if you want to see her actually speak, physically speak, she was on a call, like a Zoom call, and there was like probably 6 or 7 other people there with Conan O'Brien, and they called her out by name. She responded and everything like that. So she's absolutely a real person. Now, I don't know if her Twitter profile is a real person. That's still a mystery. So if anybody has some deeper information there,
That's brilliant.
That would be helpful. But so
I believe.
far, yeah,
I think that this sounds. I mean, too amazing to be true. I think you've only deepened the conspiracy potentially. This is amazing information. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's pretty wild. I mean, like I said, she's like Web3 lore. She's part of Web3, and you know, whether she's real or not, like everybody knows her or has seen her in a space or 5 spaces at the same time, or whatever. So I thought, hey, what a cool idea to kind of like usher my entrance back into music, other than with writing a song about that's kind of inspired by Web3 and Twitter culture and all that. So yeah, that's really what inspired the song.
That's amazing, man. I mean, I know that I personally know I have had the chance to meet you, and you're an amazing person, and you're an amazing supporter of music and Web3, and you're an amazing musician, period. So I think that that's super important, and it's great for people to hear your music as much as possible. So if you want, I think we should dive into the song and see what's happening there, and have people listen to it, if that's okay with you.
I appreciate that, brother. Definitely. Thank you.
Man, Kirk, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for coming in and talking about us, about the song and everything that surrounded it. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Woo!
Get into it.
Hanging out in this space, growing bored of the human race, and suddenly I see her face, staring up at me with that same old PFP. Oh, can't you see, you're the one for me, and all I have is time. All I have is time. Oh, Shirley Low, I'll introduce myself and say hello. Maybe next time you can just emote my Shirley Low. Oh, Shirley Low, you left my heart out in the bitter cold. My love for you is growing old, my Shirley Low. And all I have is time. Yeah, all I have is time. Girl, you're looking fine in 5 spaces at the same time. And is it true, you know Gary V? My friends say you're a bot, but others swear that you're not. So if you're there, please emoji me. And all I have is time. Yeah, all I have is time. Oh, Shirley Low, I'll introduce myself and say hello. Maybe next time you can just emote my Shirley Low. Oh, Shirley Low, you left my heart out in the bitter cold. My love for you is growing old, my Shirley Low. And all I have is time. All I have is time. All I have is time. Someday you'll be mine.
Wow. I think that might end up a legendary song in our space.
I think it is a legendary song.
These things like they echo back to the old days of my gaming career when there were songs about IRC bots, and that was amazing. I mean,
Although
I'm not convinced that she's real.
Yeah,
I'm not.
video or lies.
Yes, exactly. These are allegations and
Allegations of livelihood.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But again,
things got
at
deep
number
there, I
one,
think.
just to solidify the number 1 spot, that was Kirk DeSoto with the one and only Shirley Low. So
great song too. I mean, like
It
let's
is a
give
great
Kurt the props. I mean, this isn't just about the myth, the legend, the Shirley. This is like Kurt's song is great. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Kirk, for also popping in and giving us some backstory. But again, I would like to see a video to be convinced.
Yeah, proof, please.
proof, please. So we have one more song left, which is our honorable mention. But before we get to it, I hear and I see a certain Mr. Suave in our Discord. We would love to pull him in.
Suave.
I can be, but it's not suave.
Oh. Yeah. Who that? Whoops. Oh, that was Shirley.
Shirley bound her way.
Suavecito. Can you hear me?
Oh my God, Shirley gets into the system.
She integrated Minted music report. She was like this fucking Seker DAO. Jeez, they're up to something. Suave, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Suavecito.
Max Potenza.
Suavecito, on a scale of 1 to 10, do you love me? Suave. Wow, not even a answer. That's really fucked up. One, Suave, we're gonna get into your music. So your song that got nominated is Bad, and people seem to really resonate to it. Do you feel that you are a little bit bad or not?
I think that I got a bad side to me, but I don't think I as a person, if that makes sense.
It does, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the song. How? Like, did you wake up? Did you just create bad? How did it happen? Did you fall in love and then, after that it went bad, or what's the situation? Please enlighten us.
Yeah, I'd love to. So Bad was actually inspired because I saw a piece of artwork. I found this one guy making some really cool artwork that I thought resonated with the kind of vision I wanted to make some future music, and it's something he'd done before. And I was like, oh, cool, I want that. So I bought the artwork, and then I made a song around the artwork. But Bad was a part of my bigger project, which was a collection of music inspired by colors. So every song on the project started off with kind of envisioning and picturing a specific color and then kind of creating something around what that color made me feel. I know you know this, Max, but I have something called synesthesia, which is a fun little neurological thing where multiple senses are connected in your brain. And that pretty much means that I physically see sounds. And from my entire experience of, listening to music, growing up listening to music, to starting to create music, there's always been a very a visual side to everything that I've listened to and heard. So I wanted to sort of reverse engineer that and create a song based on kind of what I think that specific color would be. So this song Bad is about the color red, which feels like it would make sense. But yeah, it's just a fun little song where I kind of just talk about I don't really care if it's the right thing to do or not. I just kind of want to be bad, and there's this kind of playing back and forth between whoever it is that I'm talking to, just kind of okay, yeah, we can go along with this. We know it's not the right thing to do, but that kind of makes it a bit fun. So it's got a very a cheeky feel to it, just kind of encompassing I just kind of want to do. I don't really care about repercussions at the moment. I just kind of want to have fun, and I kind of want to just be bad.
As it should be. Honestly, that's for those of you that don't know, because I was wondering if this was a part of the Colors kind of showcase that you did at Sound XYZ. And for those of you that don't know, basically Suave was performing live, and for each of the songs, he let the audience decide which color the song was. And I thought that was such a great thing to back and forth with the audience, because it gave first of all like intuition for the audience to actually like put in their own will into the song and being like, you know what, let's actually figure this out. Let's see what's happening front to end. And that was something that was super cool. And I remember the comments going crazy, being like purple, blue, green, and everybody went absolutely wild. But that's really cool. And is it going to be, so is that going to be its own project at some point, or is it so far just going to be released as singles?
No, so this is already, I've already, oh my gosh, I don't even know how long. I'm going to say probably about like 6 months ago, I minted my own collection of the entire EP as, you know, starting off as open editions on Manifold, kind of creating that whole project on the blockchain with just kind of determining like the collection size and everything by, well, I started off doing, I'd mint one song a week with like an unlimited amount of editions. And at the end of the week, when the cutoff happened, that was determined to be the amount that that song would be in the growing collection. But because of that, some weeks people minted less, some people minted more. So I've already, through that, created a rarity trait. Through, you know, the ones that didn't get minted as much were obviously more rare, and the ones that got minted more, less rare, but at the same time, like, it's, to me, it was all about, you know, sharing and experiencing the music. And in my mind, not even in my mind, but to me, that open edition collection, which is where you can find this song if you're looking for it, that is my Genesis collection, like the people that I'm giving back the most to for the rest of my life, type of thing, collect like through the blockchain.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's amazing, and I'm glad that everybody that's listening at least knows a little bit about your background and everything that you have done, and that hopefully what's the next step? What is the next music from Suave? What are we looking forward to? What's happening right now?
Oh man, it's a lot. I was just talking about this. Yeah, I won't go into the full extensive list, but pretty much.
Let's say like the thing that let's choose this. Let's do the thing that excites you most.
The thing that excites me most. Well,
and I know that I'm a part of that list, but try to keep it to yourself.
Right. Honestly, this whole year to me has been about trying to collaborate as much as possible, because I've grown up making music by myself in a town where no one else is a musician. So, you know, everything I've done and learned has been just because I've wanted to do it. And I've never really had that opportunity to collaborate with people till hopping on social media and kind of connecting through people that way. But it was funny because when I first started collaborating, I had a very hard time because I'd always done everything by my own. I'd always made the executive decisions. So this year I've really tried to like challenge myself to be like, I'm putting myself out there to work on, collaborate with really as many other artists as possible, which is super exciting. And that's for, you know, not just stuff in Web3, but everything, putting music out on DSPs and growing my fan base through Spotify and everything, while also working on more like specific projects in Web3 as well. And it's been like incredibly rewarding and super exciting. And I'm obviously always pretty inspired by everything. There's quite a lot of different things that I'm trying to catch up on and that I have been planning and that I'm trying to reach out to and all that fun stuff. But yeah, so there's that. Just pretty much new music for me in general is a priority. Another fun little thing I'm doing is I just minted an improvisational piano piece on sound.xyz either a week ago or 2 weeks ago, but it was from a series that I did a couple of years ago where I challenged myself. I rented out a studio, I hired a videographer, and I pretty much just told the videographer, like, just hit record, and I'm gonna play something, and when I'm done, that'll be it. And
Fuck yeah.
I wanted to challenge myself to, you know, like, just put eyes on me to where I'm like, I'm putting this out, but I want to like express my skills in a way that's like, you know, there's probably going to be mistakes, but at the same time, like I get to kind of show off this, one of my favorite things to do, which is just piano. Piano is what I've grown up on. But yeah, so I minted that on Sound about a week ago, and I have another one coming very soon, which I'm excited about. And then yeah, I've just got a lot of bigger projects, just not just through like minting or releasing a song for the song, but like I'm really working on trying to build a bigger collection of music and really try and like take a look at like the different possibilities that I can be creative in Web3 utilizing the technologies and the creative people around me. So yeah, lots of things.
Dude, I think I think it's amazing. You talk about creativity and you talk about finding your own creativity, but I think that finding your own creativity and doing the live piano versions, for example, that you did and that you released, I think that shows the utmost creativity, because not only is that, but it's also a lot of risk, because like you said, there's a cameraman, and if it is what you just said, which is basically just like you playing, and then once that's done, fuck it. Even if there's faults, that's it. That's the take. And that for me shows more like courage in any case in the Web3 space. And as for collaboration, I mean, it's amazing because you're saying all this and we're all here. Like genuinely, like everybody in Web3 is just ready to collaborate. And I think that's what I love about Web3 is the power of the community when it comes to being a button away from being able to write a song. And you as a producer and a songwriter, like I'm sure your DMs are flooded, not just by me. But yeah, dude. So thank you so much, man. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for telling us a little bit about your story and a little bit about your songs. And honestly, it even gives me a little bit more depth on what you're doing. So thank you so much, man. Really.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you, and thank you to Seker and Tiff and everyone else that's there. I really appreciate you having me up, and this has been really fun.
Woo! Suave, everybody.
Thank you again to Suave for popping in. I know you just got off of work. So running right on stream is, yeah, 5 jobs. Include this and it's 6. So no, but yeah. But no, I'm so glad that you mentioned the piano improvising NFT. I haven't seen somebody do that, and for somebody who's played piano for way too long and have 0 skills in it, I was incredibly impressed with it. So I know you have a lot of incredible projects coming up. Everybody should look him up. Just a little reminder, he was at number 10, and his song was called Bad. So everybody go check out Suave and follow up on what he's up to. And now we can go into our very last song of the night. This is our honorable mention. Although she doesn't need really that extensive of an intro because I feel like everybody in this field knows her. We are very lucky enough that she's been super patient and waiting in Discord. But yeah, Isadore Noir, or better as we know it, Izzy. Izzy!
Izzy, can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I can hear you.
You can?
Wait, I'm like, okay. I'm good. I need to, sorry, I'm like listening in the, like from the actual Coop page. And so I'm like needing to switch over. Okay, hi.
All right, are we good now?
Oh, this is great. Sometimes technology evades me, but I'm here.
Okay. So how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? It's so isolated, but I know that there's like everyone's in the room. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me. It's been a great show, so I don't feel like I've been like waiting and, you know, kind of like, you know, yeah, it's been a great show. I've been watching and really excited to see everyone's music.
So you're our honorable mention for this show for your song "Hurt Me." Can you tell me a little bit about that?
About being honorable mention?
No, about about your song "Hurt Me."
Yeah. I I was in a relationship and it got rugged. No, I'm kidding. And I then I wasn't, and my feelings were really really hurt about it, and then I wrote a song that is equally as expressive of the pain surrounding the end of the relationship, or like whatever the fuck it was, mixed with a little bit of like, self actualization, just kind of realizing that, you know I saw some signs, and then, I should have like done it on my own accord, like kind of like ended things on my own accord. But I was like, okay, maybe I'm seeking out hurt and seeking out pain, but then also getting to a place of like gratitude for it, in a sinister way, but then also in a really holistic way where I'm like, thank you for hurting me because now I have this fucking song. Can I say fuck on here? I can. I feel like
Yeah,
someone said it.
you can cuss.
Okay. And then also, from the standpoint of like, I needed that because then I learned my lesson. I will listen to my intuition a bit more. I will, yeah. So like that's like the story behind like kind of like what it's about.
Okay. So can you just tell me a little bit about just your upbringing and music for us, for the people that might not know like who you are?
Yeah, I was born in Brooklyn, to Caribbean parents. My parents both immigrated to this country, and I feel like that does play a role in like kind of my sound a little bit. My dad sings and is also a baker, and I feel like that's where I get the like singing thing from. And a number of people on both my mom and dad's side of the family sing. I grew up singing in church. And I had my first performance at 4. I used to do like beauty pageants when I was a kid, and then I stopped doing that, and then I kind of like didn't want to do music for a while. And but my brothers are both producers and singers and writers. One's also an actor. My brother actually produced "Hurt Me." And yeah, so I grew up kind of like taking music lessons and like always being adjacent and immersed in music, but I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to have like that fear of a starving artist like thing. Like I just didn't feel like that was for me. And so then I just like started baking cupcakes, and like that sustained me for a little while. And then I had a vocal injury, and I was like, well, wait a minute, I'm gonna lose my mind if I don't sing. So yeah, like that's kind of my story. And in the meantime, I like wrote for other people and vocal produced other people, and kind of like learned to sharpen my writing a little bit more. And then when I got my voice back, I was like, okay, I think I'm not so afraid to like you know be the front facing artist instead of just kind of like writing for other people and stuff.
Okay. You said your brother produced "Hurt Me." How was that? You
Yeah.
know, having your brother like produce such an intimate song, I would say.
That's crazy. I'm glad that you asked that because I feel like, aside from the actual song itself that talks about like, pain and hurt and loss, and I often talk about the fact that you have to get really vulnerable and honest with yourself to write a song that is like clearly like I'm crying on the cover art, like clearly I'm sad about it. But, you know, being in a house of having two brothers who, went to music school, and I didn't go to formal music school because I wanted to like defy the family so bad. Um, and I, kind of like I moved away. So like, if I could talk about like the process, can I talk about that part? Yeah, you asked.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't live, where my family lives. My family lives in Texas actually, and I had, moved away. I came back to visit after like this, breakup or whatever. And also it was my first time visiting like after COVID because I wasn't allowed to visit the house like not because of like a thing, but like just for my like dad's health. I wasn't allowed to, like no guests were allowed in the house. And so my mom finally opened the borders of the home, and I come back to visit. At this point, I'd already done some things on my own musically, and not worked with my brother as much. And since like maybe the beginning of, or the end of 2019 was the last time I'd worked with him at that point. And I he comes over to the house to visit my parents, and he's like playing like the guitar that you hear, and it's only that. And I popped into like the studio in my parents' house, and I go, "That's mine, you know that, right?" And he goes, "Fine, whatever." I'm the youngest of three, and I'm the only girl, so I just like um I guess I'm a bit of a brat. And so I just like, I was like, "That's mine." And I was like, "Just so you know, like there's like that is mine." He's like, "Fine, whatever, you can have it, let me finish." And I was like, "Okay, fine." A few minutes go by, I'm antsy, and I'm like, "Listen, I am at a place right now. It's been about 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and I'm like, I am starting to formulate a chorus. And if I don't lay it down, I'm gonna forget it. Like, you need to let me lay it down." And he was like, "Give me some time, like stop being impatient." So I probably waited about 5 more minutes, and I was like, "Look, I need to lay down the chorus right now because I already wrote it. And if I don't, I'm going to lose it. So please just let me do it." So he was like, "Fine." He's like, "Do you think you can lay it down with just the melody?" I was like, "Yes, I can." So I go in and I lay down the chorus. At that point, it was already written pretty much. And save for like me like flipping some lines or whatever on it in the final. And so then I like heard what I'd done, and I was like, "I kind of like that, like what do I do now?" And so I go in and I was like, "Let me just melody map the first verse and just see what's happening." So I melody mapped the first verse, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I hate this." Like, and like you audibly hear me say, "I don't love that," right? And then I was like, "Well, keep going," because like one thing that my brother has definitely taught me is, even when you find a blunder in your recording process, just keep going. You never know what will come out, especially as a result of that blunder. So I just keep going, and then there's a point where I'm like telling him where I want certain parts, and I'm like telling him, I was like, "Okay, I want the pre-hook here, and then we're gonna map out the chorus here," and like things like that, and telling him what I want to see in the production. So for it to be such an intimate song, I'm kind of I don't know how to put this. I'm kind of very closed off from my family when it comes to like sharing things about like, I guess, my romantic life, or like, I don't know. I don't know. I grew up with like strict Caribbean parents, and so like for me it was just like separation of church and state. But that on top of the having brothers who do music, kind of always feeling like I wasn't allowed to be in the room and sort of do my thing, I came back in a place where I'm like, I know what I want to hear. I've already done things without you. So it was really empowering for me to ask for what I needed in this recording. And there's still things that I'm like I would change, as much to people's like confusion, but there are things that are not there. There are vocals that are missing from there. Like, there's so many things, but no one would know that. But yeah, so it was really empowering for me to be able to speak vulnerably, tell my brother I didn't need his help in certain things, co-produce this, ask for his help where I needed it, or just like ask for like be able to state my preferences. So that was really important for me as well. So it was transformative in the department of the actual subject matter, but also in the recording process, because he was like suggesting lyrics, and I was like, no. And so it was just like really beautiful for me to like own that experience.
Okay, yeah, that
Well,
sounds like an
long-winded. I know Max is rolling his eyes into his skull right now.
No, he's actually not. He's just drinking his Modelo. But no, that's like an insane like process of how that all went down. So what I'm gonna do, just to lead into it, I'm just gonna let the music speak for itself now. I think that's like a good intro into your song.
Okay, thanks.
So yeah, I love you, Izzy. Thank you for coming on.
I love you, Frankie.
This is Isadore Noir. Hurt Me.
This is a Foster Brothers production.
Kinda crazy where the time went. Maybe I regret the space that I made for you. Same as you. I don't like that. You don't pay me no attention. I got tired of attempting to wait for you and prove to you like it better when I'm sick over you and breaking. Like it better, I'm obsessed, I'm a fool, I'm faking love. Promise me that you would earnest, but you love without a purpose, and you left me alone, 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 alone. Oh, I love it when you hurt me. Oh, I love when you desert me. Treat me so unworthy. That's why you got the worst me. Trying to learn me, baby. Loco, please tell your friends I'm crazy. I'm starting to think you like it, baby. Yeah. Maybe I'm the enemy, yeah. I'm still on your mind, and all your waking moments show me you got time. No need to deny. Like it better when I'm sick over you and breaking. Like it better, I'm obsessed, I'm a fool, I'm faking love. Promise me that you would earnest, but you love without a purpose, and you left me alone, 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 alone. Oh, I love it when you hurt me. Oh, I love when you desert me. Treat me so unworthy. That's why you got the worst me.
Necessarily want to be. I'm enjoying dating. I'm enjoying more than anything the ability to detach from it.
Thank you for never loving me. Thank you for putting up with me. I was a burden that I must be. Now you're finally freeing me. Yeah. Thank you for never loving me. Thank you for putting up with me. I was a burden that I must be. Now you're finally freeing me. Yeah. Hurt me, deserve me. I'm just trying to learn me. I'm just trying to learn me.
Kinda crazy where the time went. Maybe I regret the space that I made for you. Same as you. I don't like that. You don't pay me no attention. I got tired of attempting to wait for you.
And that was Izzy
Isadore
with
Noir.
Hurt Me as our honorable mention. Thank you so much, Izzy, for popping into Discord. Always love hearing about what you're doing, and always love hearing the background story to all that. Thank you to all of our guests who took the time to come and join us today, to all the fans, all the viewers. Can I say fans? Are you guys fans? I know, I think we're famous already.
Can I
Voters?
interject just
Absolutely.
one quick second? Just so everyone that's watching knows, that last song I just played, Hurt Me, is minting on sound. It's
Ooh, yes. Very important.
It's a sound swap, so, get in early so you can get it cheaper than the people that are late. You hear it here before them, so yeah.
You snooze, you lose.
Get in first, people.
Great job. Very important. A lot of our artists actually on the countdown are actually still minting. So we will go ahead and post a link to all of our artists, including the ones who just got nominated, didn't make it to the top 10, but they are all incredibly talented, and you guys should definitely check it out. Go and support your local Web3 artists. And so that sounds so weird. But anyways, thank you for joining us today. Thank you to the voters. Thank you to the people who nominated. We will keep doing this. And look out for episode 3 in a month. Well, actually, nominations will probably be open in 2 weeks. But the episode will be probably the end of the month. So we'll be doing an open nomination again. With Discord voting, and we'll be seeing you guys again. However, before we completely close out, I want to give a little plug to the activities that will be happening at Seker. We have a jam-packed couple weeks, really, depending on how long one event actually goes. But first and foremost, we do actually have a pretty big event tomorrow, which Frankie will give us a little intro and explanation about.
And now a message from our sponsors. So yeah, we have an event tomorrow with Jamie Cornelia and Glass XYZ. We're doing Jamie's 30th birthday party and celebrating Glass coming back to ETH. They were in ETH, Solana back to ETH. You know, they had to come back home. So yeah, so the event will be in this space that you see here. Tomorrow in LA at 7 p.m. We will put the link for the RSVP somewhere, and it's also on Jamie Cornelia's page as well. It'll be in chat, so it'll be in chat for you guys to go ahead and go RSVP. And then we have another one from Nathan.
Super excited. I'll be there tomorrow.
Wow, shocker.
Wow. Could you believe it?
Could you fucking believe it?
Could you imagine that I'll be there tomorrow? I mean, I might not be. Honestly, I've got something more important happening next week.
Damn, tell us about it.
So I might want to rest for it. Honestly. There. Oh. So there is a certain cameraman, productionist, multifaceted, talented, amazing person that literally makes this look the way it does, which is stupid. Like we are all dumb idiots, and we should not have the amount of production quality that this guy provides. And his name is Zach, and he's my brother. That's a little thing. His birthday is the 29th, if I've gotten that correct this time. So happy birthday,
Zach,
early birthday.
all this, really, you killed it. Really.
But back to getting weird. Some of you may or may not remember a time that I spent 70 something hours living in this space and streaming it live here on Coop.
You may remember me forcing Nathan.
Non-stop. I believe this was one of the people that helped keep me here. And honestly, thank you. Thank you. And my mental health would be worse without that. So it's weird that you were actually helping me. But some alpha that might be happening. It definitely. It looks like it's definitely happening now, and I'm saying that hesitantly because, oh fuck. We're doing it again. So the last time was a mintathon. Every mint kept me streaming live for longer, and we're doing it again. We're gonna start next Tuesday, I believe. So next Tuesday, PST time. It'll be probably around noon. Yeah, around noon PST, and we are going to try to keep me here this time. I think for a week. 10 days. Oh, yes, 10 days. 10 days. I mean. Bring it. I can live through.
I'll finally be here to do this. I'll play World of Warcraft.
I'm excited to have everybody like last time. I think one of the coolest things was the people coming to support and being on that stream with me. So this time there's even more, and everybody here I think is gonna come visit me. That's so fucking awesome. But yeah, this time we're going to do even weirder stuff. We're going to have goals. So this time,
Milestones.
milestones, yeah. So this time, the more you mint, the more you're going to see. And it's not just me on camera this time playing WoW. I will be playing WoW, and I have a special WoW thing that I'm going to do on the stream as well. Yes,
For
it's
all
going
the
to be
nerd gamers.
It's going to be painful. It's a painful WoW thing. It's called hardcore.
Oh.
I don't want. I mean, if any listeners know what it is.
For all the other people who are not into WoW, there will also be milestones that
other
are
things.
much more entertaining. And if you guys check our Twitter in the next hour or so, we will be tweeting about a little sneak peek at what those milestones actually consist of. So, for what it's worth, if you're curious, if you want support, if you just want to see if we actually make it to 10 days, please come and join us on Tuesday on Coop, same channel, Seker Factory, and see us do crazy shit.
Yeah, and I think I just want to say, like, I think that a large part, like, what we're doing here is, like, we're putting our own potentials, like, we're putting our lives on the line for what we care about. Yeah, I think that artists do this all the time.
Hashtag Web3.
What do we care about, right? Like, we care about keeping artists funded. We care about creating an environment where artists can thrive. We care about I hate using the word charity, because charity, I think, will become an antiquated word soon. But we care about
sustainable.
We care about public goods. We care about funding things that matter. And so this is really what it's doing. Like, and I'm willing to literally put my life on the line. So
we'll feed him. Don't worry.
He is.
Yes. Important thing that I almost forgot to mention, and Frankie sent me some telepathic messages, but we are actually doing this Mintathon in collaboration with both Coop and Descent. So you guys should definitely pop up to check out the stream, because we are actually doing some of the milestones with their team as well. So
if you, yeah,
a little teaser.
I mean, if you're a
the
little
one milestone, yes.
No, actually, like in wow.
Well, not in person, but over Discord. But yes. I jokingly asked, giving away too much. But the one thing I can say that I think they will be comfortable with me locking them in on is a hot sauce AMA. So if any of you guys have seen Hot Ones, like the interview show on YouTube where we just get progressively hotter, we will be doing that with both the Coop team as well as, I know Nikki's gonna be on it. But yeah.
And crying the whole
Max, if you would like to do that with or
We're all
for
doing
me,
it.
I have already signed myself up for this. So.
There's no.
I want to do that. I've always wanted to be a part of Hot Ones, and I'm just very down to see.
I love it.
There's no would you like to. If you're a member at Seker Factory, this is part of the you're obliged.
If you didn't
I'm not
read.
going to hold the Coop team. I mean, you guys figured that out. But you guys.
You should read the fine print before you buy an NFT.
Hot sauce challenge obligatory. Yeah, so just fun, crazy stuff that's happening. A lot of help from you guys as well. We love some empty spots. We might have you guys vote on what's the next big milestone to hit, but we have a lot in plan. So definitely tune in. Should be wild and crazy.
Yes, and I am committed to living here, sleeping here over at least the course of 10 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Might be more than one tent. That's a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I did 3 days, and it was interesting. So multiply that by 3 as well.
So enough of a teaser, enough holding you guys hostage on our Minted Music Report stream. Thank you again for joining us, and be on the lookout for more updates on our Twitter, on our Instagram. Both are at Seker Factory, SEKER Factory. Yeah, we'll be coming back with more content. Thank you again. Thank you to our lovely hosts, co-hosts, our production team, our special guests.
Episode 2.
And
it's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Bye.
Hanging out in this space, growing bored of the human race, and suddenly I see her face staring up at me with that same old PFP. Oh, can't you see you're the one for me? And all I have is time. All I have is time. Oh, Shirley Low, I'll introduce myself and say hello. Maybe next time you can just emote my Shirley Low. Oh, Shirley Low, you left my heart out in the bitter cold. My love for you is growing old, my Shirley Low. And all I have is time. Yeah, all I have is time. Girl, you're looking fine in 5 spaces at the same time. And is it true? You know Gary V. My friends say you're a bot, but others swear that you're not. So if you're there, please emoji me. And all I have is time. Yeah, all I have is time. Oh, Shirley Low, I'll introduce myself and say hello. Maybe next time you can just emote my Shirley Low. Oh, Shirley Low, you left my heart out in the bitter cold. My love for you is growing old, my Shirley Low. And all I